You know, they say in Texas, if you don't have a garage in your backyard, what the hell are you doing? Well, Todd has his in his front yard. It's even more badass. And well, Todd, take it away.
Hi, my name's Todd. You may know me as Crowdkiller 5.0_2.0 on Instagram. Got this beautiful 30 by 50 building here that I purchased from my good friend Tony here at Big Buildings Direct. I had previously gotten more bids on other buildings from local companies, and they couldn't come close to the price that I paid for this building. So I couldn't be more happy. I'm ecstatic. My car loves it. People love it. It's great.
So Todd, as you guys can see, you got a 30 by 50 garage from us. Coming inside the garage, as you guys can see, Todd, what'd you do right here?
Yeah, I had my concrete people come out here and we did the pad. It's a 6-inch pad with double half-inch rebar. And we put this beautiful 10-foot apron on here so it wasn't too close to the garage. And the price of the apron and the shop and the concrete work all together was far cheaper than anybody for just the building and the dirt work.
Awesome. And as you guys can see, I want to mention a couple things as we're walking in. Todd did a great job right here. You guys can see the notched edge right where the garage doors are. You don't have to do that. But the nice thing is with the notched edge, he pulls down this garage door. It sits right here. When the rain water comes in, it's not going to go inside the building, flowing right off the apron just as it should. So really good job on the concrete. You guys want to make sure you find a concrete guy you can trust, kind of knows what he's doing, knows what he's talking about. Walking around the building, give me a little bit of an explanation on how tall did you go on this building?
We did a 16-foot beam. I'm not exactly sure how tall that makes the full ceiling. We did these, I think they're 12,000 something lumen LED lights on a dimmer that absolutely blow this place up at night. It almost looks like satellites trying to land in my yard. And as you can see, I've spent a lot of money on magnets because this is my man cave and I had to make it look like my man cave.
And just for a reference, Todd, this is essentially, it's an almost 2-car garage, but not quite. What was the dimensions on the closed-in section right here?
This is 30 by 20.
So,
and I have put 2 cars in here before.
Okay,
easily.
2 cars. So anyway, 20 foot wide from this area to this area, and then 30 foot deep, correct?
Yes.
All right. Another thing to think about, guys, is, you know, it's a 30 by 50 building, but he closed off a 20 foot section. And then if you open up this area right here, top size on this section?
This is 30 by 30.
So 30 by 30. And as you guys can see, nice thing was Todd just moved down here from Oregon. We're in Texas, and he has a place to put all his stuff from his last house and slowly move things into the house or just keep things right here. Todd, how was your buying experience at Big Buildings?
It was seamless, it was pleasant, and it was excellent. As most people, I was scared to death to buy a big building online. So I had local companies come, and by the time they were done bidding my building, I was in it for $54,000 without concrete and only 2 10 by 10 doors. In this building, I have 30 by 50 with a 16-foot beam, an exterior door, a pass-through door, a partition, and 4 10 by 10 doors. The whole time this process was going on with Cam, he did an awesome job coordinating in between the concrete company. They were in constant communication. We had a problem on install day because the concrete guy gave him wrong dimensions. He had to come out because the back wasn't notched. It was out here, so the back of the building came down flush. They literally had to come out with saws and cut this much out of the slab to make it fit, but they were able to pull it off.
Yeah.
The day of installation, you guys showed up with your truck and it was ready to go.
Real quick note to mention about Todd's building right here. In Texas, we call these tornado ties, and essentially they're just like hurricane ties. It's what certifies the building for 140-mile-an-hour winds, keeping you safe from tornadoes, so you don't have to worry about those high winds. Another thing I want to mention on Todd's building that he did here, he's got a very nice car, really great car. In metal buildings, when the climate changes temperatures drastically, sometimes in Texas, it'll be 30 degrees during nighttime. In the morning, it can be up 50, 60 plus degrees. That can cause the building to get condensation, moisture in the ceiling that will drip. What we don't want to happen on a car is have drips of moisture on the car. So he did a very nice moisture barrier. It's going to keep his building nice and dry. Little backstory on this building right here. Todd bought the home, as you guys can see behind me, kind of sight unseen. He was living in Oregon, moved down here to Texas, didn't know where to live, bought the home sight unseen, found out there was no garage. But as you guys can see, now he's got a 3-car garage, but on this other side, as we walk around the building, he has a 4th garage. And as I mentioned, kind of mapping out your building is really important on how you want to get in, get out of the building. So what he did is he has a garage right here that drives straight through. We always talk about the drive-through garages. Nice little 10x10 with another 10x10 on the other side. Really easy, makes a really good map for the building. While we're on this side of the building, I want to just go over the color scheme. When you're thinking about a building, you want it to match your house. So what he did here is the real nice barn red wainscot, barn red trim. As you guys can see, the 6-inch overhang around the whole entire building. And then he did the nice ash gray sides. It's going to be called our Quaker gray, ash gray. It's a nice dark gray to match the home. Todd went with 4 windows on his 30x50. As you guys can see, nice 30x30 windows, white grid, and they slide up, slide down. In the summer here in Texas, you're going to want a couple windows, give you that nice ventilation, really cool the building. 2 walk-in doors on the 30x50. What you guys want to do is obviously his walk-in door, very close to his home. If it's raining or anything like that, you can run in, run out. Also, it's close to the garage doors. You're not gonna wanna roll up your garage doors every single time you walk into your garage. So you just have a nice walk-in door right there, go in the walk-in door. Inside Todd's garage, some things to mention. Did electrical around the whole entire inside of the 20x30 section. So as you guys can see, you have outlets at all of the lighting points, super easy to get to. Also, he has them lower level. You wanna make sure that they're about chest high. Another thing I wanna mention on our 30 wide buildings, we run the triple truss system. So if you get a chance, take a look at the triple truss, very strong. Like I said, it's 140 mile-an-hour wind certification, 35 pounds per square foot snow load. We can go as high as 90-pound snow loads in those hard, high snow load areas. Another thing to mention, guys, as you can see, we have a nice closed-in wall right here, closed-in wall right here. This shop, super clean, separate from the other side, which is going to be where you can essentially store anything you'd want to store. So nice to have a super nice shop over here, but also a storage area where you can put everything that your home can't store. All right, guys, want to give a big thank you to Todd for letting us check out his 30x50 garage.
Tony.
Guys, this is Tony here with Big Buildings Direct, here to give you guys the information you need so that you can get the metal building of your dreams.